Congratulations, Kenneth.
Yeah.
It's a big undertaking to get quiet. Today's talk is called "The Truth Sets Me Free." Not the truth, truth. Truth sets me free. And they're singing about slavery. We're in slavery to the untruth. We're in slavery to our opinions. We're in slavery. And you know what? I'm embarrassed to admit it. I would love to say I'm beyond all that, but I rather like my opinions. I'm attached to them. And I fight for them, knowing they will not serve me overall. What I think about you, what I think about me, will not serve any of us in our awakening. Now, within God, all can be used. Believe me, I have used a lot of misery, a big miserable past, in order to have some awakening here and get up here on this pulpit. I don't get up here not being able to identify, probably with any one of you. You'd really have to pull something out of your magic bag for me not to understand what you're talking about. Aren't I special? Aren't I special for my miserable past? Truth sets me free. Let me read you something. I'll do my best to do this quickly, but I hope you have no plans in the near future, because this could go on for a while, this service. Okay, where'd it go? Where did it go? Oh no!
Or it could be very short.
What happened to that page?
Oh,
What
wow.
happened to that page? No, I can't just do anything. Truth sets me free.
Yeah.
Yeah, that won't be hard. What I will read you is from the Holy Spirit's interpretation of the New Testament. I know that's here. And it is the passage from the book of John that Jesus said, "And you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." And if you've ever not seen this book, if you've not heard of this book, get it. Treat yourself. If you're on a path of conscious awakening, this book, to me, I've used it for months and months and months now, years now actually, and we have it in the bookstore, and I'm not just trying to sell you a book. I swear by this book, you can open it up to any page, and it will give you information you didn't know you were thinking about or thinking on. But in this particular one, it comes John chapter 12, book of John, says, "I am the way, and the thoughts that came before were not." That's not it.
Well, I like that one.
That's wrong. Chapter 8. Go back. Take a trip back. The mind has made laws, and it asks you to follow them. Just like your opinions are the laws you make, and your opinions are asking you to follow them. These laws give you your identity. Don't your opinions give you what you think you are? Because these laws tell you who you are in relation to them. But who are you without the laws of man? If the laws were different, would you be different because of a different relationship to them? Can you truly be defined by laws or by a relationship to the law? And if you are not defined by your relationship to the law, why do you hold on to it so fiercely? What is it you believe you are holding on to? One is who he is, only he does not know it if he insists on being defined according to the laws of the world, meaning the flesh. The light is the truth of everything, and the light is not bound by the world, because the light is not of the world. The light is beyond the world. You must lift your sight beyond the world to know the light. As long as you welcome the laws of the world as the basis of your identity, you deny that your truth is not of the world. To deny that your truth is not of the world is not to accept and welcome the light. You place a limit on what you will accept, and so the unlimited cannot be accepted. If unlimited cannot be accepted, that's the same as asking, why can't I experience my prosperity? Why can't I see my prosperity? That's what we're talking about here, about the unlimited cannot be accepted as long as I resist seeing my prosperity. If limits are what you choose, limits are what you receive. Notice it doesn't say limits are what you deserve. It says limits are what you receive. Thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. You are given that for which you ask. Does that not tell you that you must be beyond limits? In the light there is freedom, because the light is freedom. Without the acceptance of the light, you cannot know freedom. You may believe you are free, but you are deceived. You are not free because you cannot see clearly. You are a slave to that which you see, and a slave to that which you experience. You see and experience what you ask to see and experience. This can never not be true. You are not the victim of your world. Your world is as you experience it. It is the world of your design. Your mind is like a trap, and that it limits you based on the beliefs you hold on to. Whatever you believe, you experience. And whatever you refuse to believe, you do not allow into your experience. In this way, your mind is the filter of all that you experience. The light is, and the light has always been. Before man, there was the light. Before belief, there was the light. Within eternity, there is the light. The light is, but if your mind will not accept it and welcome it, that which is does not seem is within your experience. That which is does not seem is within your experience. You experience that which you ask. Does that not tell you that you are beyond your experience? And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. And you shall know the truth. Freedom is light. Truth is light. And so what if we became today, we will today become willing to even consider the possibility that everything I think is wrong isn't. Everything I think is wrong isn't. I don't know what it is, but I'm willing to know that I don't know what it is. And I'm willing to know that within light there is information, true information about what it is. What if about my body? What if I admit that anything I think about my body, we're not talking about affirmations here, we're talking about what I think about my body. I look in the mirror there and I have judgments, I have opinions, I have an ache, I have a pain, I have a creak, I have whatever, and something doesn't seem to be functioning the way I'd like it to function. And I decide there's nothing wrong here, but I don't know what is here. It's not about wrong, it is guiding me. Would you consider putting light in your body to inform you about what's going on in your body? Light in your body. In your relationships. If there's a conflict anywhere in your relationships, would you consider putting light into your relationships? Especially the ones with the big grievances. But quite frankly, even the ones with the specialness of friendship. Why do I like people? The people I like, at least, because they agree with me. Those are my favorites. Why do I not like the people I don't like? Because they don't agree with me. What if they're all agreeing with me? What if they're all working with my design for my life experience? What if they're all angels? Every single one is a beloved angel who's not going to step up the way my nice barometer would like them to. But they're going to step up the way I'm willing for them to. Those are years ago. My mother was being a particular piece of work that one Christmas, and my brother said to me, "You keep saying she's changed. You keep saying she's changed, and I don't see it." And I said, "You're right, Mark, she hasn't changed. But I have. So she reacts differently to me than she does to you. I want to love my mother. You want to be mad at her. And so she's going to keep giving you an opportunity to, as long as you want to." And that's where we have to. The truth sets me free. Capital T truth. Not opinion truth, not my truth, but truth, capital T there, sets me free. The capital T truth is that which has no opposite. That which there's no conflict with. Because you see, in truth doesn't have to worry that whether or not we agree with it. Truth is not concerned whether I like it, because truth is still going to be true, no matter what. Truth. So would you consider desiring truth over illusion, over opinion, over a miserable past, over a miserable body, over fear of finances? And we're a little bit later in the announcements, we're going to talk about the finances of Unity Center today. And we still have to know the truth. We still have to be practitioners of truth, not trying to bend truth to fit my illusions. We still have to know the truth. Not an affirmation. We have to know the truth. And because it is in the knowing of the truth that will set us free. Emma Curtis Hopkins said something wonderful. If you don't know who she is, she's kind of considered the grandmother of New Thought. And she said, if by knowing the truth one is set free, and one has known the truth, and one is not free, one has not known the truth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You see, it's nice and comforting for a moment to have my opinion, especially about being right. Oh, it's going to be very comforting for a moment to be right. And then it gets very lonely very quickly. But you see, when I have known the truth, I have entered universal oneness. And I'm not separate from any of you. And so I don't have to fear any of you. If I'm not separate from you, I don't have to be afraid of you. If I'm not apart from you, I don't have to worry about what you're thinking today. I can just love you through what you're thinking, because that way I can love me through what I'm thinking. And because I've got crazy thoughts sometimes. And sometimes I've got magnificent thoughts. Every time I turn my will and my life over to the care of God, I have magnificent thoughts that seem crazy to the egoic side of me. When I have a thought of true love, that is insane to my opinion barometer. When I have a thought of true love, and true love is that I would let you have your journey, whether I'm comfortable with it or not. True love is when I let me have my journey, whether I'm comfortable with it or not. That, that empires can rise and empires can fall. And life is still life, and truth is still going to be true. And our children will rise up, and they will part from us. And our parents will rise up, and they will part from us. And we will rise up and part from each other in the flesh. And we will still be together in truth. And so I invite you to take on a thought of God. To take on a thought of good. And perhaps just before that thought you might say, I am. Just before that thought of good, precede it with, I am. I am good. 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 And that is the truth. When I'm having a thought about how awful my life is, that I am good. Life's just not playing out the way I'd hoped right now. That's all it is. But I am good. That which I call God cannot see me as less than good. That, in truth, cannot perceive me as less than good. And so, what a break that if you see me as less than good, or if I see you as less than good, it is not the truth. What a fantastic revelation. So you see, the truth sets me free. And then to get there, we go and do things like Kenneth just did. We go and we get so uncomfortable. So hideously uncomfortable to where nothing makes sense. towards, are you kidding? Do you mean this has been sitting inside my mind and body, all this stuff that's now coming out, and it's so uncomfortable to sit still, or to keep our eyes closed for an hour, or to keep our arms folded for an hour, or our legs folded for an hour. 1 hour. I never made it more than 20 minutes in the 2 years I did it. But I got to see what I was thinking, negative and positive. And I will tell you one last story. My second year of doing the Vipassana, I was taking a nap at a time you were allowed to. It was right after lunch. And I was on my bed, but I'm going to tell you I was dreaming, but I'm not certain. And I was standing next to my bed. And I was about to take a step up off of the floor and walk above the floor. And I was about to do it. And then I thought, oh, and I heard the voice that said, don't doubt or you won't be able to do it. Okay, and I took the step up. And then I took another step up. And I was walking above the floor. I did a backward flip. And then I thought, oh, I've got to go call my friend and tell her. And then I woke up. But I've never forgotten. Don't doubt. Know the truth. By knowing the truth, you will be set free. Congratulations to us all.